Welcome to Flywheel Factory episode 4. This week we're talking about a myth that's out there. Does AI kill your voice? So, Mike, thanks for joining us today. Why are creators afraid of losing their voice?
Well, I think in short, our voice is probably the biggest asset that we have as a content creator, as a blogger. It's what connects us to our audience. It's what helps give us credibility, and most likely is one of the key elements in how Google ultimately ranks our post and gives us the authority in order to pull traffic in. As a content creator myself, I can understand that I don't want my voice to just get trampled on. I also think that a lot of content creators have tried ChatGPT, and we've all done this thing where we say, all right, write a blog post for me about this keyword. And ChatGPT spits out 1,500 words of garbage. And what we have done within Flywheel Factory is help crack the code on how to use AI and take the power of AI without losing your voice.
So, what does a voice agent actually do? How does it help with this?
Yeah, so this was one of our big breakthroughs. What we discovered is we had a brand voice guide that we asked flywheelers to go through. And I think internally, right, if we remember back to some of our days in school when we learned psychology, we all have our own personal bias. We think we write a certain way, we say things in a certain tone, on and on and on. And so I know I'm guilty. When I fill out something, I often fill it out in the way that I want to view myself. What we have done is we've created an agent that will analyze your top traffic posts where you're pulling people in, whether that's you're getting good signups on email, generating revenue, whatever the case is. And we take those posts, those articles, and we analyze those for what your true brand voice is. So that we get as as an objective, unbiased view of who you are, how you write, and then we use that to help you create your true brand voice for your content creation agent.
That's a good explanation. So, what proof do we have that it actually works?
Yeah. So I have run this on a number of different my own posts as well as other posts for individuals who are flywheelers. And the overwhelming response back is, yes, this sounds like me. But what winds up being even more true is when we take that output, we allow that to start becoming the brand voice. Now, when we're creating the content, we're seeing posts that come out sounding like the creator, as well as those posts are able to rank even faster within the Google search engine.
And do you have any experience with your own blog with our Campfire Unplugged?
Yes. So in the last several weeks, while using this program, I have watched a post that I created on a Saturday morning go from not existing to ranking on the first page within the first couple of days of the week. So, it can happen that fast. And personally, my site has a domain authority around 20. It's not like I have a 50, 60, 80 domain site that just everything that publishes gets ranked. Like almost everybody out there listening have to work just as hard to get my content to rank.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. And then, how close do you think that the agent is staying to your true voice, your tone?
Well, yeah, so I think if you think about this in terms of a scale, 0 to 10, 10 being sounds exactly like me, I would say that it's somewhere in the 7 or 8 range. If you think of if you just go to Chat GPT and you start typing in questions in a news free fresh account, it's not gonna, it'll be like a negative 10. So to be inside of that 7 or 8 range inside of an hour and to be able to start creating content on a Saturday morning, remarkable. I think as a creator, if we can get 80 or 90% of the way down the path, we get to use our creative energies to fill in the remaining 10 or 20%. And that's where the real fun, the real magic can happen.
Yeah, I agree. So why do you think that AI actually strengthens your voice?
Well, I think that AI really helps strengthen a lot of things that we do as creators, but I think it specifically helps strengthen your voice because it allows us to show up consistently and to show up with the same voice over and over for our audience. And if you think about your favorite television shows, podcasts, radio shows, whatever you really like to listen to or watch, wherever you're consuming content, those shows, those pieces of content have a similar consistency all the way through. There's a really popular show in the 90s called Friends, and the theme of that show for like the 10 years that it ran was very, very consistent. You knew the way that the characters were going to act, and AI helps you remove any of your own kind of ups and downs that you might have. One day you might be feeling really high and really happy, and you write with that type of tone. And another day, something, kind of negative happened, but you still know you've got to get this work done rather than, pulling or having negative content come out. Your AI assistant is going to help you have strong, positive content that sounds like you.
That's a good explanation. So any final words that you want to wrap this up with?
Yeah, I think that as we continue to enter the world of AI, it's important to understand that AI doesn't dilute your voice. It actually helps amplify your voice.
Yeah, very good. So where can listeners find more information?
Check us out on the web. Hop over to flywheelfactory.io and you can learn all about everything that Flywheel Factory can help you do.
All right. Thanks, Mike.